Greetings, clerics, new and returning. Today we're looking at the Cleric Class for Dungeons & Dragons, looking at the changes from 5th edition to D&D 2024, and going over levels 1, 2, and 3 up until you get your subclass, or Divine Domain. Who are clerics? A cleric is a conduit of divine power, capable of casting spells to aid and heal their allies, or bolstering their own defenses and meeting their enemies head-on. Clerics are highly versatile casters of awesome divine power. Some clerics you may be familiar with are Anduin Wrynn from World of Warcraft, Melisandre from Game of Thrones, Aerith from Final Fantasy VII, Fallon from Delicious in Dungeon, Queen Marika from Elden Ring, and Sauron from The Lord of the Rings. Core traits. Hit die is a d8, saves are Wisdom and Charisma, skills are 2 from History, Insight, Medicine, Persuasion, and Religion. Weapons are simple weapons. Armor is light armor, medium armor, and shields. And starting equipment in D&D 2024 is a chain shirt, a shield, a mace, a holy symbol, a priest's pack, and 7 gold. Or you can take a lump sum of 110 gold. Both of these options also come with 50 gold from your background. Before we go much farther, I'd like to take a moment and ask you to consider liking and subscribing, and possibly commenting if you enjoy the videos on this channel, or just simply have something to say in the comments. I try to respond as much as possible. Thanks. Level 1. Spellcasting. Cantrips. You know 3 cantrips from the Cleric spell list. You gain more cantrips as you level in this class, gaining a new cantrip at level 4 and at level 10. Suggested cantrips are Guidance, Sacred Flame, and Thaumaturgy. Guidance. Divination cantrip. Casting time, 1 action. Range, touch. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. You touch a willing creature and choose a skill. Until the spell ends, the creature adds 1d4 to any ability check using the chosen skill. Sacred Flame. Evocation cantrip, casting time, 1 action, range, 60 feet, components, verbal and somatic, duration, instantaneous. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from half cover or 3/4 cover for this save. Cantrip upgrade, the damage increases by 1d8 when you reach levels 5, 11, and 17. Thaumaturgy. Transmutation cantrip, casting time, 1 action, range, 30 feet, components, verbal, duration, up to 1 minute. You manifest a minor wonder within range. You create one of the effects below within range. If you cast this spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its 1-minute effects active at a time. Altered eyes. You alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. Booming voice. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. For the duration, you have advantage on charisma intimidation checks. Fireplay. You cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute. Invisible hand. You instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. Phantom sound. You create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or an ominous whisper. Tremors. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. Spell slots. You have 2 first-level spell slots at level 1. You gain more spell slots as you gain levels in this class, gaining access to the next level spell slots on odd levels, and stopping at 9th level spell slots at level 17. Prepared spells. Prepare a list of 4 first-level spells from the Cleric spell list. You gain more prepared spells as you gain levels in this class, gaining additional prepared spells every level except levels 12, 14, and 16. Suggested spells at level 1 are Bless, Cure Wounds, Guiding Bolt, and Shield of Faith. Bless, level 1 enchantment, casting time, 1 action, range, 30 feet, components, verbal, somatic, and material. A holy symbol worth 5+ GP. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. You bless up to 3 creatures within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target adds 1d4 to the attack roll or save. Using a higher level spell slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot level above 1. Cure Wounds. Level 1 Abjuration, casting time, 1 action, range, touch. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, instantaneous. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Using a higher level spell slot, the healing increases by 2d8 for each spell slot level above 1. Guiding Bolt. Level 1 Evocation. Casting time 1 action. Range 120 feet. Components verbal and somatic. Duration 1 round. You hurl a bolt of light toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against it before the end of your next turn has advantage. Using a high level spell slot, the damage increases by 1d6 for each spell slot level above 1. Shield of Faith. Level 1 Abjuration. Casting time, a bonus action. Range, 60 feet. Components, verbal, somatic, and material. A prayer scroll. Duration, concentration up to 10 minutes. A shimmering field surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. Changing prepared spells. Whenever you gain levels in this class, you may exchange one prepared spell for a new cleric spell that you have a level for which you can cast. If a cleric feature gives you spells that are always prepared, these do not count against the amount of spells you may prepare. Your spellcasting ability for cleric spells is Wisdom. Your spellcasting focus for cleric spells is a Holy Symbol. Divine Order. Choose either Protector or Thaumaturge. Protector. Gain proficiency in martial weapons and heavy armor. Thaumaturge. Learn one additional cleric cantrip and gain a bonus to Intelligence Arcana and Intelligence Religion checks equal to your Wisdom modifier. Minimum of 1. Divine Domain in D&D 5e has been moved to level 3 in D&D 2024. Level 2, Channel Divinity. Gain one use of Channel Divinity and learn Channel Divinity Turn Undead, regaining expended uses upon completing a long rest. This has changed slightly in D&D 2024. You now gain 2 uses of Channel Divinity at level 2. You regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest, or all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You gain 1 additional use of Channel Divinity at level 6 and another at level 18. Turn Undead. Use an action to turn undead. All undead creatures within 30 feet that can see or hear you make a Wisdom saving throw, or are turned for up to 1 minute, or until they take damage. A turned creature uses its actions and its movements to move as far away from you as possible. If the creature cannot move, it takes the dodge action. This has changed in D&D 2024. Now, it is a magic action to use Turn Undead as Channel Divinity. The undead now gain the Frightened and Incapacitated conditions. And due to the incapacitated condition, the creatures no longer take the dash actions to move away from you, and no longer take the dodge actions if they can't move away from you. Another option has been added to Channel Divinity in D&D 2024, Divine Spark. As a magic action, target a creature within 30 feet and choose to heal or damage the target for 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier. The healing and damage increases by 1d8 at levels 7, 13, and 18. Topping out at 4d8. Healing, you restore that amount of hit points to the target, and damage, the target must succeed a Constitution save or take that amount of radiant or necrotic damage, your choice, or half as much on a successful save. Level 3. In D&D 2024, you now gain your subclass or Divine Domain at level 3. Subclasses, or Divine Domains, are Life Domain, Light Domain, Trickery Domain, and War Domain. Life Domain. Life Domain spells. Previously a level 1 feature. In 5th edition, you gained Bless and Cure Wounds. In D&D 2024, you also gain Aid and Lesser Restoration. Bless. Level 1 enchantment. Casting time 1 action. Range 30 feet. Components verbal, somatic, and material. A holy symbol worth 5+ GP. Duration concentration up to 1 minute. You bless up to 3 creatures within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target adds 1d4 to the attack roll or save. Using a higher level spell slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot level above 1. Cure Wounds. Level 1 Abjuration. Casting time 1 action. Range touch. Components verbal and somatic. Duration instantaneous. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Using a higher level spell slot, the healing increases by 2d8 for each spell slot level above 1. Aid. Level 2 Abjuration. Casting time 1 action. Range 30 feet. Components verbal, somatic, material, a strip of white cloth. Duration 8 hours. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. Using a higher level spell slot, each target's hit points increase by 5 for each spell slot level above 2. Lesser Restoration. Level 2 Abjuration. Casting time, a bonus action. Range, touch. Components verbal and somatic. Duration, instantaneous. You touch a creature and end one condition on it: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Bonus proficiency, previously in 5th edition at level 1, you gain proficiency in heavy armor. In D&D 2024, this is now replaced with being able to take the Protector option, and you also gain martial weapons as well. Disciple of Life, previously a level 1 feature. When you cast a spell of 1st level or higher that restores hit points to a target, you increase the amount healed by 2 plus the spell's level. Channel Divinity, Preserve Life, previously a level 2 feature. As an action, expend a use of your Channel Divinity feature, gaining a pool of healing equal to 5 times your cleric level, to distribute between creatures within 30 feet, healing them for up to half of those creatures' total hit points. In D&D 2024, it now specifically states that the action is a magic action, and targets must have the bloodied condition, but otherwise, mechanically, it is the same. Light Domain. Light Domain spells, previously a level 1 feature, Burning Hands, and Fairy Fire. In D&D 2024, you also gain Scorching Ray and see invisibility. Burning Hands. Level 1 evocation, casting time 1 action, range, self, components, verbal, and somatic. Duration, instantaneous. A thin sheet of flames shoots forth from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cone makes a dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Flammable objects in the cone that aren't being worn or carried start burning. Using a higher level spell slot, the damage increases by 1d6 for each spell slot level above 1. Fairy Fire. Level 1 evocation, casting time 1 action, range 60 feet, components verbal. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. Objects in a 20-foot cube within range are outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Each creature in the cube is also outlined if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition. Attack rolls against affected creature or object have advantage if the attacker can see it. Scorching Ray. Level 2 evocation, casting time 1 action, range 120 feet, components verbal and somatic. Duration instantaneous. You hurl 3 fiery rays. You can hurl them at one target within range or at several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, the target takes 2d6 fire damage. Using a higher level spell slot, you create 1 additional ray for each spell slot level above 2. See Invisibility. Level 2 Divination. Casting time 1 action, range, self, components verbal, somatic, and material. A pinch of talc. Duration 1 hour. For the duration, you can see creatures and objects that have the invisible condition as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. Creatures and objects there appear ghostly. Bonus cantrip, previously a level 1 feature where you would gain the light cantrip for free, has been removed. Warding Flare, previously a level 1 feature. As a reaction, when you are attacked by a creature within 30 feet that you can see, you can impose disadvantage on their attack roll before the success of the attack is determined. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier per long rest. Channel Divinity, Radiance of the Dawn, previously a level 2 feature. As an action, expend a use of your Channel Divinity feature, dispelling any magical darkness within 30 feet, and also any hostile creature within 30 feet must make a Constitution save or take 2d10 plus your cleric level of radiant damage, or half as much on a successful save. Creatures behind total cover are not effective. In D&D 2024, this is specified as a magic action. Trickery Domain. Trickery Domain spells, previously a level 1 feature, Charm Person and Disguise Self. In D&D 2024, you also gain Invisibility and Pass Without a Trace. Charm Person, level 1 enchantment, casting time 1 action, range 30 feet, components verbal and somatic. Duration 1 hour. One humanoid you can see within range makes a Wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your allies are fighting it. On a failed save, the target has the charmed condition until the spell ends or until you or your allies damage it. The charmed creature is friendly to you. When the spell ends, the target knows it was charmed by you. Using a higher level spell slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot level above 1. Disguise Self. Level 1 illusion, casting time 1 action, range, self, components verbal and somatic. Duration 1 hour. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and can appear heavier or lighter. You must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs as you have. Otherwise, the extent of the illusion is up to you. The changes wrought by this spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. For example, if you use this spell to add a hat to your outfit, objects pass through the hat, and anyone who touches it would feel nothing. To discern that you are disguised, a creature must take the study action to inspect your appearance and succeed on an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC. Invisibility, level 2 illusion, casting time, 1 action, range, touch, components, verbal, somatic, and material, and eyelash in Gum Arabic. Duration, concentration up to 1 hour. A creature you touch has the invisible condition until the spell ends. The spell ends early, immediately after the target makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell. Using a higher level spell slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot of level 2. Pass without a trace. Level 2 abjuration, casting time, 1 action, range, self, components, verbal, somatic, and material. Ashes from burned mistletoe. Duration, concentration up to 1 hour. You radiate a concealing aura in a 30-foot emanation for the duration. While in the aura, you and each creature you choose have a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and leave no tracks. Blessing of the Trickster, previously a level 1 feature. As an action, you can touch a creature and grant them advantage on dexterity stealth checks for up to 1 hour or until you use this feature again. In D&D 2024, this is now a magic action and lasts until you use the feature again or you complete a long rest. Channel Divinity, Invoke Duplicity, previously a level 2 feature. As an action, expend a use of your Channel Divinity feature to create an illusion of yourself in an unoccupied space within 30 feet. For up to 1 minute, while maintaining concentration on this effect like a spell. While this illusion remains, you may use a bonus action on your turn to move it up to 30 feet to a space you can see, as long as it remains within 120 feet of you. For the duration of the effect, you may cast spells from your illusion's location, but you must use your own senses. This means that for spells that require you to be able to see, you still have to be able to see the target. If you and your illusion both are within 5 feet of a creature, you have advantage on your attacks against that creature. In D&D 2024, the main change is this no longer requires concentration. War Domain. War Domain spells, previously at level 1, gave you Shield of Faith and Divine Favor. In D&D 2024, Divine Favor has been removed, and instead you gain Shield of Faith, Guiding Bolt, Magic Weapon, and Spiritual Weapon. Shield of Faith. Level 1 Abjuration. Casting time, a bonus action. Range, 60 feet. Components, verbal, somatic, and material. A prayer scroll. Duration, concentration up to 10 minutes. A shimmering field surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a plus 2 bonus to AC for the duration. Guiding Bolt. Level 1 Evocation. Casting time, 1 action. Range, 120 feet. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, 1 round. You hurl a bolt of light toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against it before the end of your next turn has advantage. Using a high level spell slot, the damage increases by 1d6 for each spell slot level above 1. Magic Weapon. Level 2 Transmutation. Casting time, a bonus action. Range, touch. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, 1 hour. You touch a non-magical weapon. Until the spell ends, the weapon becomes a magic weapon with a plus 1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. The spell ends early if you cast it again. Using a higher level spell slot, the bonus increases to plus 2 with a level 3 to 5 spell slot. The bonus increases to plus 3 with a level 6 plus spell slot. Spiritual Weapon. Level 2 Evocation. Casting time, a bonus action. Range, 60 feet. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. You create a floating spectral force that resembles a weapon of your choice and lasts for the duration. The force appears within range in a space of your choice and can immediately make 1 melee spell attack against 1 creature within 5 feet of the force. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. As a bonus action, on your later turns, you can move the force up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. Using a higher level spell slot, the damage increases by 1d8 for each spell slot level above 2. Bonus Proficiencies, previously a level 1 feature, has been wholly replaced by Divine Order Protector. War Priest, previously a level 1 feature. As a bonus action, you can make an additional attack after taking the attack action this turn. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, regaining uses when you finish a long rest. In D&D 2024, no longer requires you to take the attack action first, and now you regain all expended uses when you finish a short or long rest. Channel Divinity Guided Strike, previously a level 2 feature. When you make an attack, you can expend a use of your Channel Divinity feature to increase your attack roll by plus 10, making this decision before the success of the attack is determined. In D&D 2024, now you use this feature after determining that you have missed your attack, and may also use it as a reaction to grant it to another creature within 30 feet of you when they make an attack. Granting this bonus to another creature was previously War Domain Cleric's level 6 feature called War God's Blessing. This concludes the introduction to the Cleric class for D&D 2024. If you found this video informative, helpful, entertaining, please consider liking and subscribing. Or leave a comment down in the bottom, let me know how I can do better. Thank you.